Hello there, YouTubers. Today I'm going to be doing a little bit of cooking out sort of on the grill. I'm going to be using the grill, but it's not going to be all on the grill. It's also going to be a little bit in the Dutch oven. Anyways, what I'm planning on doing, and it's late morning now, I'm planning on making hot beef sandwiches tonight for supper. So what I've got is a beef chuck roast that I'm going to put on the grill and just brown it a little bit right over the charcoal. Then throw it into the Dutch oven with some beef broth and a few seasonings and just let it cook all afternoon. And by tonight it should be nice and fork tender pull apart, and we can turn it into hot beef sandwiches. So let's get started and take a look at how I'm going to do this. Alright, let's open up this chuck roast straight from our local grocery that has an absolutely excellent meat counter, butcher's area. One of the few grocery stores that they still have an old-fashioned meat counter and really have butchers there. So I just want to start out by seasoning this guy, and I'm just putting a little bit of smoked salt on it. This you want to go back in my archives a year or two, you can find a recipe where I made my own smoked salt. And so I did it again, and I'm just gonna salt both sides of this guy liberally with a bit of smoked salt. There's that. Now we'll put a little bit of fresh cracked black pepper on him. Pat that in. Turn it over. I don't want a lot of other seasonings. I want this actually to taste like beef. So that's ready to go. I'm going to move the camera over to the grill and I'm going to throw this puppy on. There we go. What I've got is about a 3-pound chuck roast, and we're just going to let that sit right over the hot coals for a few minutes and get some grill marks and just get just a nice browning on each side. Oh wait, we've had about 4 or 5 minutes on one side. Let's just see if we can't. How's that look? Just a little bit of grilling there. And I think that looks pretty darn good. Let it go on this side for another 5 minutes or so. Alright. It's pretty well done on both sides. I'm going to turn it over and let you take a quick look at the other side too. There we are. That looks really nice to me. So it's going in the Dutch oven. Now what I got to do is just remove these hot grates. And I'm going to put some of the charcoals onto the lid of the Dutch oven. Maybe you better come over here and look. There we go. I'm going to just go set this aside for a minute. Well, the next time I do the Dutch oven, I'm going to need to use my old tent peg for a lid lifter, but for now I can zoom in on it as is. I can lift it as alone. So we need a few other ingredients. We're going to throw in about a half of a chopped onion. Need a little bit of beef stock. This is some homemade beef stock that we made a couple of months ago. And yes, it's frozen. You can see there's a little bit of real beef in it. That's okay, it'll melt real fast. We're also going to add in some Lipton's dry onion soup. And some Lipton's dry onion and mushroom soup. And I can't tell which one's which right this minute. I think this is the onion. Actually, the first one was the onion and mushroom. And finally, we're going to add in a can of beer. Now we'll put the lid back on. And that guy gets to sit there for a few hours, probably all afternoon actually. And what I'm going to do is about every hour or so I'm going to come out and add charcoal to it to keep the fire nice and warm. This should give us a nice tender bit of beef by late this afternoon. So we'll keep you updated. Okay, it has been a couple hours and I can see a little bit of steam coming out of it, and I'm just going to open it up and check to be sure that the liquid hasn't all boiled off. I want to be sure we're okay here. So let's take a quick look and carefully lift the lid. Well, that looks pretty good. Yeah, that looks very nice. I think we've got enough liquid in there. We'll just turn it around and put this guy back very gently. I think that's good. It has been about 5 hours now since I put the meat on. It's been just, simmering, the liquid. I've had to add liquid a couple times during the afternoon as every time I added more charcoal, probably about 5 or 6 briquettes at a time underneath, I stopped putting briquettes on top. I didn't think that was helping. So every time I would add charcoal, I would check to see if it needed liquid, and it did a couple times. So I put a little bit more water in there, nothing else, and now it's been about 5 hours and it's time to take a look at this, and based on what I saw when I was adding the water, I think we're going to be just about ready. So let's aim the camera down and take a good look. Oh yeah. You see the steam coming off there? Let's talk about falling apart. So there we go. I'll have a quick taste. Zoom this guy back out. W for wide. There we go. I really like it. I'm going to have to add a little bit of salt and pepper to it. But no, we add that at the table anyways. I think this is going to be great. But when I add the salt and pepper, maybe make a quick sandwich. Sounds like a good idea. Hey, those of you who are familiar with my channel know what time it is when you hear the bells. A little bit of gravy to this too. Come up here. Oh yeah. You add the gravy to this. Wow. That is a fantastic hot beef sandwich. Great. Anyways, thanks for watching this video, and thanks to those of you that subscribed for watching all my videos. If you're not a subscriber, I sure would appreciate it if you would subscribe to my channel, and thanks for watching. Bye-bye.